Okay, how you doing? My name's Sean. I'm owner and operator of Pacific Charters, and we're out here on the west coast of California, and our main focus is private charters with rockfish fishing, and that's my specialty. So what I want to do today, though, is do a gear review on the Daiwa electric reels. I'm a electric reel guru. I utilize electric reels a lot on my charters, and so over the years I've tried different electric reels, and I find that Daiwas, they seem to work the best. I've had various people bring different contraptions on my boat that are adapted electric reels. Are not like fully dedicated units. Just do yourself a favor, get yourself a dedicated electric reel if you're going to use one. So if you guys have been electric reel shopping for a while, you'll know that Daiwa makes a few different grades of electric reels, and they're all like priced differently. So you've got the lowest ones, with the Leo Brits. They're the cheapest electric reels. And then you've got the Tanacoms, which are the middle grade. And then you've got the top tier stuff, which is the Seaborg. And they're of course the most expensive, but they're also the most robust. So what we have here is a Seaborg G800 MJ, and it comes in a very nice package. The packaging's very well done. And we'll just open this bad boy up. So the first thing you're going to notice when you open this is you're going to have some electric cables. The next thing, we'll dig down a little deeper here. You get a little piece of paper, which is like a bag. It is a bag. And this is going to have some tools in it, I believe. Yes, this is the tools to mount your reel to your pole. Some people think it's not necessary to use the clamps to put your reel onto your pole, but it's the one time that you think you're not going to need it that you need it. So it comes with your hardware. This is a piece of looks like anodized aluminum, and then some stainless steel fasteners to go with it. So we'll just set this stuff off to the side here so we can see what all this baby comes with. We've got the instruction manuals, and my advice to you, I think this is instruction manual. I don't know. No, this is like some safety manual. So I guess, yeah, safety instructions, which you should probably read the safety instructions, because these things are powerful. It's possible to get hurt. So I'm not sure what that is. Oh, I know exactly what this is. So you also get one of these. And if you're turning into an old fart like myself, you'll be glad that they sent you this. This is used to thread the fishing line through the guide for the self-leveling line winding mechanism on the reel. So you tie your fishing line onto there, and then you put it right through and pull it out the other side, and then you can attach it. Or vice versa, you can go from the spool all through the eyes of your fishing pole. So this also comes with it. Man, this thing comes with all kinds of treats. All right, and then the big ta-da time is coming. This is the reel. So it comes bagged up just like this. And man, I'll tell you what. This is my second one of these. And when you unwrap it, it's just such a treat. This thing, first off, the weight of it is incredible. You can tell that this thing, it's got some brass gears or something going on inside there. But it's very dense. And then it's got brass on the outside or anodized aluminum, not sure. Same with your spool right here. but it's a very dense reel, and everything is so smooth on it. But a couple features on it. You've got star drag that clicks, and there's also an audible drag on the reel that will chime if you pull drag. You've got your release, and then you can either, that's to let the line out. To stop it, you can either go like that, or you can just reel forward and it will reset it. This is your line retrieve. It's a variable speed retrieve. And then you've got all your menu settings right here. And then this one right here is your gear selection. So this is a 2-speed reel. And if you want it in low gear or low motor, you press the button and it'll blink a few times. And it'll be, I believe it's red. The light's red. You push it again, the reel will slow down. It'll shift gears and it'll turn green. The light will, I believe. And then you're in high gear. I don't like to use high gear that much because this thing will literally rip the hooks right out of the fish's mouth. Especially if you're doing a long journey to the surface that's 1,000 feet or more, it's going to rip the hook right out of the fish's mouth. So I always try to stay on low speed. And then you've got this is the drag for when you let your line out. So you let your line out, you can set your drag right here. If you don't want the line to go out too fast, you control that on this side here. I usually leave mine wide open. I want to get to the bottom as fast as I can. So, and then on the bottom here, you've got your port. This is where your cable plugs in. Cable plugs right in the bottom. And then you tighten this down and it's waterproof. Like that. And there's one other thing I'd like to mention. One other thing I'd like to talk about is first off, the size difference or size comparison. So I've got another reel over here. We'll just get this out of the way. This is the Daiwa Tanacom 800. This is the Tanacom 800, and these are good reels. These are really nice reels. They're really, these are a good bang for your buck. And if I was going to get an electric reel, and I'm going to use it quite a bit, and you want something that holds a lot of line, these are also a good choice. Tanacom 800, and I've had literally no problems with this reel. It's been pretty much, I rinse it down every day that I use it, and it's pretty much carefree. You don't do any maintenance to them. You just rinse them off, keep them clean, and you don't want water to get into here. But here's the size comparison. So this is the Tanacom 800. This is the Seaborg 800. And the Seaborg is heavier than this. I don't want to quote myself on it. I mean, they're pretty close, but this one feels denser. But that's the size comparison. Very nice reels, both of them. I'd recommend either one. But if you can afford it, I would much rather have this. This is, I don't know. To me, this is the cream of the crop, and I like nice things. But don't get me wrong, I've got some of these too. So one other thing I want to mention and talk about is what people don't realize when you upgrade to the Seaborg line of reels, you are also upgrading your power cord. So Seaborg has a different size power cord than the Tanacom. So this is a Tanacom cord. This is a Seaborg cord. And I'll get this one out of the box here and just show you the difference. This is the size difference. So this one's able to handle a lot more amps, and it's a lot sturdier, and even the gauge of the wire looks bigger. Everything looks bigger on it. But it's just something to take note of, that if you have a whole bunch of Tanacom reels for whatever reason, or you have a whole bunch of these Tanacom power cords, you're going to have to switch. Once you switch to Seaborg, you're going to have to get this one. Now, I've never had to replace one of these, but they are a little more expensive. And there's one other thing I want to touch on, and it hasn't really, this goes for both reels. If you're going to purchase power cords, make sure you get name brand power cords. Let me tell you something. I've been around the track so many times with the different kinds of power cords. I've bought them off Amazon. I've gotten them on eBay. I've got $20 power cords, $11 power cords, $60 power cords. And I hate to say it, but 99% of them are junk. And they'll last a little while. And then if you step on it and stretch it out, the wires break inside. And it pretty much renders the cord useless. So I found the best ones that work are the Daiwa brand power cords. So if you're going to replace your power cords, these cost like twice as much as the off-brand ones, but they're worth it. So if you're in a pinch or whatever, use the cheap ones. But if you can, try to get the Daiwa brand ones. And I always get the 2.7 meters, which are like they're like 8 feet. So anyways, that's I'm sure there's people out there, they're on the fence on which one to buy. Both of them are nice reels. So we got the Tanacom 800 and the Seaborg 800. So I hope you guys found this video informative. Again, I'm Sean Stanback. And if you guys could do me a huge favor, please like and please subscribe. Thank you. Have a great day.